I'm Deborah Borchardt, and this is your midday market update. Well, our indices are a little bit mixed right now here in the middle of the day. We've got the Dow that's up, but the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are both down. What I find a little bit more interesting is our volume. You know, I've been telling you for days our volume has not been very good down here. Today, we're definitely seeing an increase, a spike in volume. Joining me now is Peter Cardillo. He is from Rockwell. Peter, you know, we were talking a little bit about the traders looking for direction in this market. That last jobs report really spun things around for them, and they started to feel like they weren't sure which direction we were going in. What are your thoughts on that report?
Well, to begin with, I think that was a fluke, and I kind of suspect that we're going to see some nice revisions next month, and I think that we'll probably see that jobs number go perhaps to the mid 120, 130,000 as a result of it. And I just think that there were several factors that didn't really pan out for the jobs number as a whole. And I think one of the biggest ones was obviously meteorological problems and, of course, seasonal factors as well. But, if you look back and you look at all the economic data that we got prior to that, I mean, that number should have been in excess of about 225,000. And certainly it was a shocker and a surprise. But again, I don't think it really changes the trend of the labor market. I think the labor market is improving. I think it will improve, and I'm sticking.
And today's volume?
Today's volume, I think, has to do a little bit with options expiration. It's the third Friday of the month, and so that also explains perhaps one of the reasons why we saw the market move one day forward and one day backward. And yesterday we were down. Today, if you look at the Dow, we're basically at levels where we were before we dropped yesterday. So I think we'll probably. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the indices, the S&P and the Dow close at near or perhaps even make a new record by the end of the day, because while some of the economic news today has been mixed. Obviously, we did see consumer sentiment come down, but still pretty much up there. And we didn't really crash; we just didn't meet expectations. But if you look at the earnings, again, so far since the beginning of the earnings season, we have maybe about 25, 28 companies that have reported. I'm talking about companies of large capitalizations during the week, and it's been rather mixed. But the quality of earnings is improving. So with that, I think this earnings season will turn out to be okay, and we'll see better quality of earnings. And I think that's what really investors are looking for.
All right, well, we got a lot of optimism coming out of Peter. That's Peter Cardillo from Rockwell, and I'm Deborah Borchardt with The Street.